Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Monday the 13th. It was a little darker at this time of morning than normal, but the beauty is it'll be light this afternoon, so it's kind of a trade-off. Um, but probably the same for you as it was for me. It was a little more challenging to get up this morning than, with the time change and all that. But anyway, here we are. We're at it. Let's do it. It's going to be a good week. Couple things of note. There are a ton of sports this week, both in the middle school and the high school. A lot going on. So all of you in sports, which there's about 110, 15, 120 of you or so in sports in the middle school, you should have received. You did receive a couple of emails. We're going to try and send those out every Friday, just as an update. And when you're on our main site, which is in my email signature, by the way, if you can't find it, it's under activities and events. You just go under athletics, and then you'll scroll down to the spring sports, and each of these are links. Okay, each of those are links. All right. All right, let's get into the calendar here. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, actually just 2 items, and then I'll share with you my devotion. All right. So spring eligibility starts today. Quarter 4 begins today. Your new electives, of course, start this week. I am out of the office Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm on the National Alumni Board for my university, and it's, I went last fall too, if you remember that. If not, that's okay too. So anyway, we have meetings twice a year in person, and so that's this week for me. Thursday, we've got a 6th grade shadow student in chapel. On Thursday is the high school jazz band is going to play along with our praise and worship. So it's going to be all music on Thursday. It's going to be all music on Thursday. And then also what's really cool on Thursday at 11 a.m., 8th grade choir, you are going to be dismissed to go watch the CCU choir perform. So that's going to be here, obviously. So during third hour, you're going to head down and go and enjoy a performance from the CCU choir. And then finally on Friday, you've got report cards go out. So those will go. I'll get those sent out about 3 o'clock or so. I'm trying because I'll be at my meetings in Michigan. So I got to figure out the timing of when those will go out. But you have access to all your grades anyway on Canvas, so nothing's going to surprise you because you already know all your grades. But anyway, report cards do go out on Friday. Dining hall cleanup crew is Will, Leighton, Sawyer, Case, Hadley, Kai, and Riley. And then the big event this week is on Saturday is our DC auction. It is absolutely awesome. It is so much fun. So there's typically just literally hundreds and hundreds of people there, and it's just really fun. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that is it on the calendar front. A couple of things here. Yes, I've just got my notes to reiterate that there's tons of sports and that eligibility kicks in. Just a reminder about eligibility. It's your grade guardian score of 85 or higher. So it's like golf. You want to get as close to 0 as a grade guardian score as possible. And if you're not sure of your score, you can certainly ask your teacher because they can pull that up for you, or you can find me in the halls. And I will get that for you as well. I can look it up really quick. So anyway, and then eligibility, it's one contest, so you'll miss the next contest. So anyway, I believe that's it. Oh no, sorry, one more thing. My bad. I think there's going to be a pep rally this week. I'm going to get the timing on that. It's usually at the end of the day on Thursday. So I will get that detail out. But it's the end of the day basically on Thursday. So it's everybody in it. It should be a blast. So, all right. My devotion. Didn't attend church this week. My son was back in town for more grad school recruiting stuff. So he spent a few days at Colorado School of Mines. And then flew back Sunday morning back to school, back to Michigan. So anyway, I think he's narrowed it down. I think he's made his selection, and he's going to go to DU for his PhD. So it's kind of cool. Pretty excited for him. He liked Mines a lot. I think it has a lot to offer. It's just not quite the niche he was looking for. Again, I could try and explain all of what my son does in organic chemistry, but it probably wouldn't make a lot of sense to you. So it barely makes sense to me. So anyway, he's more into the therapeutics, which is like the drugs, the antibiotics and things like that. Whereas Mines is more like the mechanical engineering side, like making plastics, which Jeffrey really loves, but he likes the therapeutics more. All right. So anyway, here is my devotion. I'm going to use this book, which is, as many of you know, one of my favorite books. And then I have a bit of an announcement at the very, very end that I want to share with you. All right. When we love people we disagree with, it turns our faith into a living biography. Matthew 7:24. Everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise person who built their house on the rock. In one of Jesus's most popular sermons, he told people how to become love. He told them to be humble. He urged them to turn the other cheek when someone came out swinging. So in other words, that could be said something mean, did something mean, physical mean, posted something mean, texted something mean. So that's what they mean. Turn the other cheek, like kind of walk away. He said to give their stuff away, not to store it up here or on earth. But the most radical part of the sermon was this. He told people to love their enemies. So the people that you're really struggling to get along with, Jesus says, love them. You hear me? Jesus says it's easy to love people who love us back. Anyone can do that. But we're to love those who don't love us back. Even those who have it out for us. We should love them too. I think we water down Jesus' call to love our enemies by thinking of them in broad, extreme categories, like people and countries we're at war with, terrorists, leaders of drug cartels, criminals who have done great harm. A person walking their dog isn't your enemy, right? How can they be when you don't know them? How can someone way over on the other side of the world, how can they be enemies if we don't even know them? Here's the thing. Listen carefully, please. Here's the thing. I think our enemies aren't just the extreme examples that come to mind. They are the people who make us crazy, who say mean things, text mean things, post mean things, say mean things, do mean things. They annoy us with their insincere words, or their rash, crazy behaviors. They're the bosses who call us into the office on holidays, or the parents who gossip about our kids. These are the ones we enjoy the least and disagree with the most. Whoever it is, Jesus told us, they're the ones who will show us how real our faith is. The way we treat people is a report card. Thought that was apropos. Good timing. Is a report card on how far we've come in turning our beliefs into our biographies. Even when we're sure they're in the wrong, we have an opportunity to remember God's response to us when we were even more wrong. It was total grace. I'm going to say that again. even when we're sure they're in the wrong. So these people that have said mean things, do mean things, post mean things, all that, even when we're sure they're wrong, God's response says total grace. Loving our enemies is hard. It's a hard test to pass. But when we do it right, when we do it well, when we love our enemies, we show ourselves to be eager students at the feet of a great and compassionate God, our teacher. Thought that was good. There's a lot of us that could really use a little bit of that right now. Okay, so here's my announcement. I'm trying to launch this thing called the Village Project, about us as a collective community at Denver Christian School, middle school, to work together as a community, both the 200 plus families and the middle school team. So you're going to see some announcements coming out, some documents, some videos coming out. I really, really, really want you to pay attention to those, because I think it's going to impact our children in just the most profound ways. So look for those coming out over the next week or so. And then we're going to have Zooms and things like that for some Q&A and things like that. It's a pilot program I'm testing. It's something I've been working on for about 6 to 8 months. Since last summer, I guess, so however long that is. And so, anyway, that's going to be coming out. All right. Love you all. Be good. We'll see you in the halls. And be kind. Be patient. Love thy enemy.